Well, Bob Goes Fishing is going to be a bit different today. The little head cam I usually use that gives a view from basically my line of sight. It's got a memory card in it, as most of these things have these days, and I take it out to download things to the computer, but I left it plugged in the computer. So today I haven't got a head cam. I've got my iPhone, which I'm using at the moment, which will pick up a bit of extraneous noise, I'm afraid, unlike the head cam, which is right next to my mouth, more or less. And I've got a camcorder, which can give a view of the lake. So hopefully between the two, we'll get some decent footage. But it isn't going to be quite the same today. Sorry about that. Hi, I'm back at Earith, my favourite little lake. So this is the third time I fished this lake since I got back to fishing this spring. I'm in a different spot again. Where I fished last time, there's a guy in that one, but he's the only one on the lake at the moment, so it's very, very quiet. As it is at the moment, it is very, very calm. There's no wind, it's overcast, really ideal conditions, but I think the wind will probably freshen a bit, and I think this swim might be a bit exposed if it does, so we'll have to see how that goes. The other problem is this week, I mean, say it's rained every day so far, and there's a good chance of rain today, I think, so I broke the habit of a lifetime and bought my fishing umbrella. I don't usually bring it with me because it's too damn heavy, but I bought it today just in case. So I'm all sort of ready to go. I haven't plumbed the depth or ground baited or anything, but I'm ready to go. So I'll get started and we'll see how we do. Again, here I'm really after tench. There's a good head of tench in this lake. There's a lot of bream, and as you would have noticed from previous visits, the occasional carp turns up and causes havoc, but I'm not really after the carp because I'm not really tackled for carp, but hopefully some tench today and some bream. Yeah, so let's get going, see how things go. Right, I'm recording the audio on my iPhone because the camcorder is not going to pick up my voice from where it is. So I'm hoping I'll be able to stitch together the audio from my iPhone and the video from my camcorder. But this isn't going to be particularly satisfactory today, I'm afraid. I bought bread flake and meat. I've plumbed up the depth and I've ground baited on the edge of lily pads, and we'll see what goes. But it's not going to be quite as detailed a view of the fishing today, but at least it will be a record. I can see some fizzy bubbles where I put the ground bait in, which is a good sign. Which would tend to imply there are some tench there. Float's lifting a bit, which is interesting. There's certainly something playing around with it. I've got the shot very near to the hook, so anything playing with the bait will tend to lift the float a bit, which is what's happening now. Well, I'm going to wait and see if it goes under. It's running now, so maybe, no good. Could have been a little rud, of course. don't know if you can hear the cuckoo, but it's having a good go. Yeah, I'll try not to make this mistake again of leaving the memory card in the computer. I bought some meat as well. I may change to meat. That may give me a more positive take. I think in consideration of what's happened with that camera, I might buy another memory card and leave it in my kit, just in case. Right, I've now got the iPhone recording the fishing spot, so we'll see how that goes. Talk about improvisation. I hope I'm close enough to it that you can hear what I'm saying, but we'll have to see. Just putting a bit of meat on as an alternative bait. It's quite amazing. It's now 10:10. I got here ready to fish at about 9, and all this messing about. I haven't done much fishing, so there we go. Right. So I'm out by the lily pads. I don't know if you can see that on the iPhone. Something's having a go. Oh yeah, oh good. And it's something really good. Just gotta get me in those lilies. Yeah, it's got me in the lilies. Oh yeah. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? First fish on. I think I'm going to lose everything. Ah, Jesus. That launching meat wasn't a good idea. Oh, something's pulled away, but whether I've got my gear back is another matter. Well, I've got my float, which is something. It's probably all I've got. Oh no, I've got everything. Well, that was amazing. Well, perhaps I won't use luncheon meat. It seems to be a bit attractive to obviously what was a carp. Go back to the bird. Don't know how much of that you saw. But, transfer me to the lily stem. I felt it. It was pulling through the lilies, and it came up quite a way in the lilies. It splashed to the surface, and then it gave a bit the line, and then went solid again. So it obviously come out of the fish and gone into the lily pads. Yeah. Oh well. Don't quite know what to do now. Back to bread, I suppose. Right, I've got the lapel mic on now, and I've wired it into my iPhone, so the audio should be better. I've just got to remember that I'm attached to my iPhone and not go walking across the grass, otherwise I'll take my iPhone with me. It's a cable connection. I did try once. I bought a Bluetooth mic that linked to the iPhone, but the quality was really quite poor, so I gave up on that. And these days I really rely on my head cam, which has got a really good mic, and it's so close to your mouth that you don't tend to pick up too much of the extraneous noise. Well, it's gone very quiet here after I lost that fish. Alright, we've got it that time, whatever it is. It doesn't feel big. It's having a bit of a fitty fight. I don't know what this is. I don't know. What's that? It looks like a Crucian, actually. Like a Crucian. Oh no, it's a bream. It's a bream. Alright, we guess that's what it might be. Okay. Oh, hook's come out. Oh. So, the first fish that we've actually landed, not counting the one that got away. That's it. First fish of the day, a bream. So we know we've got bream down there. Just fingers crossed a tench or two will turn up, shall we? That was on bread. The only thing that's taken the luncheon meat positively so far is the thing I couldn't hold on to. After the last two visits, I think one could genuinely say that today is a bit slow. But I've had slow days here before. In fact, I don't think I've ever blanked, but I've had occasions when I haven't really caught much. Look at that float, up in the air, down, up in the air. Come on, take it, take it, take it. There we go, we got it there. It's fighting quite hard, but you never know with these bream. They feel quite powerful when you first hook them, and then they just sort of give in. Yeah, it is a bream. So, bream number 2. crikey, I'm actually taking it down. Right. There we go, bream number 2. I do believe there are big bream in here, but I haven't caught any yet. So that was bream number 2. I assume the bubbles out there must be bream, because we're certainly not getting any tench. Something having a splash around down there. Trouble with using the iPhone like this is I can't flick it on and off like I can with the head cam, so I've either got to keep it running with the risk of running the battery down, or just hope I've got it on when I get a bite. It's lifting right. Oh, there we go. That was a real lift bite. I think it's another bream. To be fair, I got the shot very close to the hook, so I'm almost fishing lift method, to be honest. So perhaps I ought to be striking a bit more often on the lift. They do fight well here, the bream, to be honest. They certainly don't give in that easy. Let's come out on that one. Smaller this time, I think. Wait, I was just going to say, I've set the umbrella up, and then as I was about to say it, the float went under. It can be another bream, isn't it? It may not rain at all. It was a few drips came down, but I thought it was better to do it in preparation. I've got my landing net caught up now. Yeah, it's another small bream. Actually, not that small, to be honest. Well, fish number 5, bream number 5. I'm a long way from the camera, so you probably can't hear me, but we'll just show you that one before I put it back. Well, as expected, the battery on this iPhone's getting pretty low, so I'll have to abandon the iPhone. I'm going to swap over to my camcorder and see how long the battery on that lasts. The only problem is there's no external mic on the camcorder, so the sound quality is probably not going to be as good. So anyway, but we will find a way. We will find a way. What a disaster. Anyway, 5 bream so far, 1 lost carp. Let's keep going. Right, I'm now using the little camcorder. I've set it up literally right next to me, next to my right elbow, which means I can keep an eye on the battery level, and more importantly, hopefully it will pick up me speaking, because there's no external mic on this cam. Fortunately today, at the moment anyway, there's absolutely no wind. So, other than the birds and other ambient noise, hopefully it should pick up my voice. I'm on bread, which I've caught all the bream on, to be honest. I had some bites on luncheon meat, but the only one I hooked was the one that took me into the lily pads. So I'm sticking with bread. Certainly something interesting. Don't know if I can zoom the camera for you. It's the benefit of this one, it's got quite a long zoom on it. Got the camera on a monopod, so when I sort of touch it, it does wobble a bit. I stopped bringing a tripod, it was just too much stuff to carry. Right, put a bit of luncheon meat out. See if that makes a difference. That was another carp, wasn't it? Well, the hook pull. It was a hook pull, but I think it was another carp. It didn't stay on more than about 3 seconds. But luncheon meat certainly seems to attract the carp. Can't seem to get them in there. It's not surprising really, fishing right next to lily pads with this sort of tackle. Even with beefed up tackle, it would be a bit of a battle. In case you're wondering why I fish here and Field's End, or I've only fished here and Field's End on my last few trips, basically I like this lake because it's small and I like smaller lakes, but it's also reasonably mixed fishery. I really don't like these places where it's all carp. And Field's End, if you fish the pit, it's not easy, and it is you know, you're more likely to catch other things than carp, although carp do come along. No. And I used to also fish, or I still will do, what we call a clay pit, but this year they decided to, and it was last year as well, they decided to close it for spawning, and it probably won't open until the season opens. So that was my third sort of pre-season lake that I've fished in the past, but clay pit wasn't available this year because, as I say, they closed it for fish spawning. So that's really why I'm sort of here and at Field's End. It's a bit lacking in variety, I suppose, but there are other places around here, but a lot of them are, if you look up the sort of galleries, and it's just carp, and I don't really want to fish for carp all day. So that's it really. The battery is starting to get low on this camcorder, so I'm probably now going to have to just have footage of fish I've landed rather than actually seeing me land them, which is a bit unfortunate, assuming I catch anything else. The other thing is, I think the owner here has started doing some streaming, so there's quite a lot of ambient noise now, which doesn't work well on this camcorder. So I've just gone back on bread. I'm probably just going to show you the fish, so to speak, rather than seeing all the action, which is a bit unfortunate, but it all comes down to me being stupid and leaving the memory card out of my head cam. So there we go. So I'm signing off for a bit. Well, Murphy's Law applies. I just turned off the video and I hooked into something that felt a bit better than the average bream, and it's a lovely, I think it's a Crucian, it's still in the net. I'll get it out and I'll show you, but yeah, so you missed that one. It's always the same, isn't it? It all comes down to forgetting the memory card, but there we go. Right, I'll get this out of the off the hook and then I'll show it to you. Well, there we go. 2¼ pounds. Sorry about the dodgy camera angle, but everything's a bit improvised at the moment. Right, we got that one. I'll have my hand in front of the lens. This could be another Crucian actually. No, it's not, it's a bream. It's a bream. I've switched the video on because I managed to cast right next to the lilies again. So it's in a prime spot. Fish just came out and sort of did a dolphin roll over the line. I don't know what it was. Probably a rudd, I suppose. There's a lot of drift now, and it's difficult to keep in touch with the flow. Definitely a bite. Look at this, right out of the bloody water. Oh, oi. Sorry, I keep putting my arm in front of the camera lens. I do apologise. This could be another Crucian, I don't know. It's giving a very jagged sort of fight, or is it just another bream? Oh, carp. Small common carp. I'm getting very angry now I'm near the net. Actually, it could be a hybrid between a Crucian and a common carp, actually. My battery on this camcorder is getting very low. I'm going to have to switch it off for this. Yeah, just using my iPhone to show you this fish. I'm not sure it's pure Crucian, although it's got an awful lot of Crucian in it. But it gave me a tassel. Yeah, just a quick picture of it while I'm letting the battery on the camcorder sort of rest. It seems if I can get close to the lily pads, there's a good chance of Crucians. The owner's now doing some work just over from me, so you're going to hear other noises, I'm afraid. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, I'm sort of eking out the battery on this camcorder. I turned it off for a while and the battery's recovered a little bit, so I thought I'd just see if I could hook another one of these while you're watching. The ultimate irony is that I can actually stay, oh, here we go, I can actually stay a bit later today, and of course I'm going to run out of batteries on all my cameras, which is a bit unfortunate. I think this is probably a bream. It's not giving that same jagged fight that you get from the Crucian. Yeah, that's another bream. I think that's number 7, I think. Right, this is bream number 7. Again, just a quick shot with my iPhone because it's the only option open to me at the moment. Okay. It's just started to rain. They said it would rain around 1 or 2 o'clock, and they were bloody right, weren't they? There's not a lot of it at the moment, just a few drips. But, fingers crossed it stays that way. I'm down to 1 bar on the battery on this camcorder, so I'm getting pretty close to the end of things really. This looks like a bite. Okay, and I think that's probably another bream, which will make 8. I think we're in front of the bream to me. Yeah. But the tench haven't shown. Right, let's go and take this one off. And I'll flick the video off. Well, that was an interesting day for all the wrong reasons. I really don't know how the video is going to come out this time because it was a matter of make do really with what I had with me, and yeah, absolutely stupid really. The problem is my computer, you plug in the little SD card, and it registers as a sort of drive on the computer. It's a Mac. But the problem is that when you then turn off the computer and turn it back on again, it doesn't re-register that card, so you don't spot that it's still in there. And of course I just left it in the computer, it's still there at home. Anyway, enough of all the technicalities. I think I had 8 bream in the end, which wasn't too bad. No tench, which was a bit disappointing. I really hoped I might get a tench today. A couple of screamers. One went into the lilies, and I didn't sort of stop it at all. It just went and transferred me to a lily stem, and that one was gone. Then a bit later on, I hooked something else that was going that way, but the hook came out after about 3 or 4 seconds. So lots of fiddly bites again. One Crucian, I think it was a true Crucian, 2¼ pounds, which I was quite pleased with, and then shortly after another that looked about the same size but didn't look quite as pure Crucian to me. So that's it. The rain held off in the end, a few drips, that's all. And next week it's the rivers, if I can get down there. I'm not sure where I'll go or what I'll do, but certainly it's the opening of the season. I won't be going on the Sunday. It's likely to be too busy on the Sunday, so I don't think I'll bother. So thanks for watching, whatever this turns out like, and yeah, and thanks for the subscribers, or to the subscribers. I've got a few more since the last time I was out, which is great. And as usual, until the next time, and an entirely different venue probably if we're on rivers, and probably a lot less fish. Yeah, so until the next time, as usual, it's bye for now and cheers. Thanks a lot. Bye.